Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how you can make your own laser cut plaque like this one right here. And this is just the file version. If you go back to instructables.com, you'll see how I bent the bottom. So to start off, we got to get this top picture right here. So we got to go over to our file, import, and then go down and select which file you want to do. So this is my picture right here, right down here, and then we'll import it. And my mouse is ready, so wherever I click, that's where my picture is going to go. So I'm going to put it right there. And you can scroll out just with the wheel on your mouse, and then I'll use these arrows to adjust. And here's our picture. So with these pictures, it's important that all these little pieces are connected. So you see they all have connections going around the whole picture. So once you have your picture, you can just select it with your mouse. Go up to trace bitmap, we want an outline trace, and we want it for clip art. So this in coreldraw will automatically get it basically ready for you. So I'm going to edit it a little more so it looks better. So I'm going to make sure the detail is all the way up. I want the smoothing down pretty low. You want a little smoothing because it makes it look better, but not too much. So I'm going to have this about 4. And then I want to remove color from the entire image, and then all these settings right here. So we got delete original image, remove background, automatically choose color, remove color from entire image, merge adjacent objects of the same color, and remove the object overlap. So this is what we're going to look like, and you can see your before and after. And if this doesn't show up for you, you can go up to the preview and click before and after, and it'll show you what our image is and what it'll look like. So right now this is pretty good, so this is what we want, so we're going to press OK. And here we have our image, and you can see, once I move it, you can see the outline of it. So this image looks really good, and it's what we want, but you can see if you scroll in, there's these little gray pieces right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to ungroup all these with this little button right here, and then if we merge them together with that button, you see those gray pieces merged into our image. So that's probably the hardest part right here. And now you can see I have this big box underneath because the bottom half is going to be what's holding it up, and then we need to put this text here. So I'm going to go over to my box tool, click that. I'm going to go from this edge to this edge, and then just go down. It doesn't matter because we're going to resize it anyways. So I'm going to click back to my little cursor. And as you can see, once we select this box, we have these options up here. So I'm going to click this, and it'll tell us the size. So the size right now is 4.142. So that's what I want. The width of this, 4.142. And then the height, I want about 2.5 inches. That's what I'm looking for. So you can see our box right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of line it up. I'll scroll in so that it's centered with this, and you can see it's overlapping just a bit, and that's exactly what we want. So now we can scroll up, and we're going to draw a big box. So I'm going to click my mouse, hold and drag, and pull it over this entire thing, and now this box and this picture is selected, and we're going to use this merge tool right up here and click it right there. So now that we have everything selected, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do, this is how thick our line is, so you can see we can choose how thick our line is, and I want our lines to be hairline. And that'll just make it easier for cutting out if you're going to use a laser cutter. So now our images are looking pretty similar, except we got to put this text in it. So what you can do is you can go over to this A, select that, and click, and then you can type in whatever text you want. So I'm going to type in the uncommon valor, and then enter because I want it to go to the next line, was a common virtue. And if you've ever used Word or anything like that, once you have this text and you go to the settings right up here, it's exactly like that. So I want, if I go over here, you can center it, and then the font, I want this old face, which looks really nice. And then we have our text. The only problem with our text is, as you can see, if we were to cut out the outside of the O and the inside of the O, that inside would just fall out. And that's the same problem with the A's and the R's. So what we can do, or you cannot do, is if you make a little rectangle with our rectangle tool, and you were to center it on that O, just like that, and then you were to select the text and this rectangle, you can actually have it cut out, and then you can see it'll do what we want it to. So I'm going to go do that to all the letters. I'll show you the A because that's another tricky one. So you got to make a little rectangle, and with the A we want it right down here so that it goes seamlessly with the A. So if I click this rectangle again, it'll let us rotate it. So I'll rotate it a little bit, and then I'll go back to where we can move it around, and I'll move it right here, and that's how I'll merge the two. I'll have to make it a little smaller, and then if I do that and then click the lettering, you can chop off a little bit so that it's connected. And I'm going to go do that to all these letters, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so you don't have to, but once you get all the bridges done, we're just about done. All we have to do now is put this lettering on this picture over here. So if we go over here, it's pretty simple. It might be a little intimidating at first, but you're going to take this and you're going to put it right here where it needs to go. And you won't be able to see it, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to this fill right down here, double click that black box, and you can drag wherever you want, and you can see we're going to make from black to white and press OK, and then you can see it right there. So we're just going to try to get it centered as good as we can right there, and then you want it to come all the way up. I'm going to keep it right under from this point where this picture actually starts to come in. And then all you got to do is select all of these and then do this front minus back, and then you should be done. And as you can see, this is all our lettering, and it should be perfect.